Yeah, the turnstiles are turning tonight because Max Scherzer's pitching the nightcap. Dodgers taking the game this afternoon. Yeah, some raised arms, some expectations, maybe a lot of Ks, and who knows what Max might have in mind offensively as well. Bob and FP. Every time this guy pitches, we talk about the moments he provides. This year we've narrowed tonight's open down to 4, but it happens almost every time out.
Yeah, his greatest hits. Let's go with it this year. We'll show you a bunch of Scherz days coming up. You got to start with opening day and the Max effort. That was on March 30th in Atlanta, or in Cincinnati, excuse me. 6 shutout innings, 10 strikeouts, 100 pitches. So check one box. Max was awesome on opening day. How about April 9th against the Braves? Run, Max, run. His first ever stolen base and the first ever by a Nats pitcher. You talk about what he did on the mound. 10 strikeouts, complete game. Oh, by the way, let's go to May 6th against Philadelphia. Remember this one? Just 15 strikeouts in 6 1/3 innings. That was awesome. He didn't want to come out of the game. Dave Martinez had to pull him out of the game in his last start in Arizona. Couple of knocks, the RBI double, all kinds of celebrations all over the place. Struck out 11 Diamondbacks, and that was on Anthony Rendon's home run. So he's into it like he is every 5th day. So that's a bunch of good Scherz days. We're looking for another one here tonight.
Yeah, leads the National League with 91 strikeouts, averaging 2 per inning his last 13 innings. And he's also hitting the ball well, and he's working really well with Pedro Severino. So Pedro's on an 8-game hitting streak, 9 for 27, almost half of those for extra bases. He's getting more confident, throwing out runners, getting key hits, and handling one of the best staffs in baseball. Max and Pedro, your battery for tonight. PNC Bank. There's no better time to act than today. PNC, make today the day. By Lexus, experience amazing. And by General Dynamics Mission Systems. Get off the bench, get in the game. Now your last chance to register for Dynamic Connections 2018. Register today at gddynamicconnections.com. Turn into a lovely evening. It's going to be in the high 60s for Game 2. Actually 4 degrees warmer than it was at 2:05 when we started today. Humidity down just a couple of clicks, but 68. And here come the Dodgers. Max will face this lineup hitting .239. Jock Peterson came up big in the leadoff spot. Last time the Nats played the Dodgers, Chris Taylor was their leadoff guy. He went 2 for 5 today, tripled to start the game, scored their first run, and set a good tone for their offense. Matt Kemp has the evening off. Justin Turner not in the lineup. Chase Utley is, with Yasiel Puig at the bottom of the order. And Max, career 12 games, 10 starts against the Dodgers, 4-4 with a .279.
There's the arsenal for Max. Opponent's hitting 125 against his fastball this year, just 13 for 104. He goes for win number 8 tonight. Lefty's hitting 188. Righty's hitting 132 overall. And their opponents are 1 for 17 on the first pitch off Max this year.
8:05 first pitch. Max on time, and he misses inside to Peterson. 0 for 5 career with a walk, 3 strikeouts against Max Scherzer. And then his first fastball misses. The mid-90s one. And in the air, twisting its way toward the seats, left field corner, and that thing ended up landing fair. It had some interesting reverse spin on it, and it came back fair, and Stevenson had to pick it up after hitting inside the line. Jock Peterson, a long, high-flying double.
Well, I think Andrew took his eye off it. He's looking for it to hit off the wall, and it hits behind him. It's not twilight right now, so that's not a factor. I just think he thought this was going to go left-handed tail into the stands, a lot like Jock Peterson did, and for whatever reason, the ball blew back. Had weird rotation on it, whatever. You'd have to ask Andrew Stevenson. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Yeah. Kevin Mitchell would have reached up with a bare hand and caught it.
So he starts each game with an extra base hit. Here's Max Muncy, third baseman, bumped up to the number 2 spot with Turner out of the lineup tonight. He faced Max a couple of weeks ago on that Friday night game at Dodger Stadium, went 0 for 3 with a couple of punch-outs.
Yeah, that last little look, did you see it on the replay? He took his eye off to find the fence, and the ball almost hit him.
This one is going out of play.
Here's your defense for the Nats behind Max in game 2. Stevenson, Taylor, Harper the outfield. Turner, Rendon left side. Defoe, Reynolds right side. And Pedro Severino doing the catching.
Oh-2 now to Max Muncy. So Scherzer checks in number 1 in wins, 2nd in ERA, 1st in opponent's batting average, 1st in strikeouts, 3rd in innings, and he'll be at the top if he has a typical outing tonight in that category. Turns that one over and misses away. 2-2. And the 2-2. That ball riding up and in. No way he could hit it fair.
Did you see Jock Peterson on second base? He's got smeared eye black on his face from the first game. That's telling me he went no shower between games. And maybe that had something to do with him getting a hit and his ball club winning, but usually you wash that off between games.
Yeah, led off that game with a triple, now this one with a double.
That's probably why Trey Turner's playing way back.
Yeah, not at all close to him, keeping him near the bag here.
Go ahead and steal if you want.
2-2. Off speed, base hit. And Peterson will score easily. Pretty good attack by the first 2 Dodgers. Taking the ball the other way, and they have an early lead again.
Well, the infield's playing Max Muncy to pull, and he's just trying to put it in play. You don't see that off Max's changeup very often, so he wasn't trying to move the runner with 2 strikes. Against Max Scherzer, you're just trying to put the ball in play. He did. He got himself a knock and an RBI. 1-0 Dodgers.
So Muncy, after 2 at-bats this afternoon, was 0 for 11 against the Nats as a big leaguer. He's doubled, hit a sac fly, and singled his last 3 times up, and there's been an RBI attached to every one of those ABs. Yasmani Grandal is playing first base tonight. So basically the Dodgers have both of their catchers in the game. Austin Barnes behind the plate, and Grandal gets a night at first base. Fastball up, 1-1. And Max is having to pull out the mid-90s fastball here in the first inning.
Yeah, last start was on the 11th, today the 19th.
That's a beauty. So that was 16 miles an hour slower than the fastball.
It's a curveball right there, 79. We'll throw that curve 75 to 81 miles an hour.
And quite a reach by Severino to grab that thing. Inside the Numbers, presented by PNC Bank. With 6 days of rest or more, he's won all 3. Struck out an average of 9 per game, and low ERA, and not much hitting against Max when he's just a little bit stronger. Swing and a miss. So that's in between the curve and the heater with that cutter. First out, first K.
Yeah, what's the game plan here? I'm going to say in. Look at the pitch cast. And that one a slider. Subtle movement at the end, just enough to get under the bat of Grandal. Good pitch.
Next up, Cody Bellinger. Playing center field again because of the injury to Corey Seager. They've taken their center fielder and put him at short, Chris Taylor. Bellinger from first to the outfield.
Yeah, he's strong. He's 95, 96 out of the gate. I think it's just a matter of, you see him taking deep breaths right now. Maybe just a hair overamped. He's been caged up for a while.
0-1. Turning on that one, Bellinger way foul and headed upstairs. About a third of the way up the upper deck. I don't think those folks thought they would get a souvenir tonight. No. But a 2-strike count. Target by Severino right at the outside edge.
He's trying to figure it out, and he can see the wheels turning out there in his head. A little quick right now, trying to find that fastball command, trying to slow the game down. See how much time he's taking right now? It's going a little quick for him.
Talked about it this afternoon with hitters. Same thing for pitchers.
Yeah.
Long layoff, trying to find that rhythm. And a 1-2 with 1 out. Muncy a short lead. Goes with the curveball. Didn't do a whole lot, just stayed out there. 2-2. Pitch number 19 of this inning coming. Swing and a miss on 95. Moving away, 2 down.
I mean, the difference between Max and mere mortals is he's figuring it out right now in the heat of battle. You know, he's so good at what he does, and he knows his mechanics so well that even though he's facing a good Dodger lineup and he doesn't have his fastball command yet, the wheels are turning out there. My shoulder's got to do this, my glove to the catch. He's thinking about the adjustments in game right now, which most pitchers kind of wait till they get back to the dugout. He's so good he can do it right now.
Chris Taylor against Max Scherzer Friday night, April 20th at Dodger Stadium, went triple walk, double walk in his 4 plate appearances against Max. So he's 2 for 5 career against Scherzer.
Yeah, I remember him trying to ambush Max too early in the count in that game you're talking about.
Max has only given up 11 earned runs all year up until this inning, and that was in 59 innings. Oh, and 2. See ya. 3 in a row after the 2 hits. So Max strikes out the side after Peterson and Muncy give the Dodgers the lead. The Nats against Rich Hill coming right up.
Dugout. He's got a boot on his right ankle. Saw him kind of hobble on crutches through the dugout and sit right there. There it is. Don't know the results. We haven't heard. But it's good to see him here. It's good to see him smile. Says a lot about the person that he's hurt, and he came back to the dugout, put his uni on. He's rooting his teammates on.
So Pedro Severino hitting 7th in front of Max. Stevenson 9th, with the usual suspects up in the top 2/3 of the order. Against the lefty Rich Hill, Mark Reynolds gets the start tonight. Hill, 38 years of age, 2-1 career against the Nats. Somehow he's been in the big leagues since 05, and the Nats have only seen him 5 times, 4 starts.
His last start was on the 13 against the Reds.
Up there swinging Trey Turner, and this one will just hit the end of the rail there. Kind of no man's land for 3 different Dodgers.
Yeah, 5-3 loss last start. Gave up 3 runs on 6 hits over 5 2/3 against Cincinnati. Walked 4, struck out 4, 98 pitches in that one. So fastball, curveball change. Different curveballs, different arm angles. Hey, a get over curveball. He throws a sharp one with 2 strikes in the dirt. He's got a sidearm curveball, so it's his best pitch. Missed a bunch of time this year with a cracked fingernail. Had to go on the DL. Uh-oh. He might have re-cracked it. What do we got?
Does not at all look happy.
He looked down at his finger after the last pitch, right when I was talking about cracked fingernail. And I think he re-cracked it. Show it to you in a second. He looks frustrated, as you could imagine. He's had blister issues in the past too, so I don't know which one it is, but it's definitely something on his left hand.
Rich Hill is leaving the game after 2 pitches.
Well, they're obviously aware of the situation. They were keeping an eye on him after the second pitch of the game. That's it. He must have told him when he came back from the dugout after warming up, hey, I re-cracked my finger, I got a blister open, one or the other. He's about to go break something in the tunnel. Trust me, he's frustrated.
5 2/3 his last time out, so we'll see who the Dodgers look to as a long man. They do have an extra arm in their bullpen for the doubleheader tonight.
Watch him look down at his hand after this pitch. I thought I saw that. Yeah, right there. See that? He's looking out of the corner of his eye in the dugout. Did you see that? He was checking, and then, ooh, that's a good shot. Is it a blister? Ooh.
Ooh. That is a cracked fingernail that looks really ugly.
Ooh, it might be a blister that broke.
Looked like it had a sharp edge to it. Boy, he is not happy, and can't blame him.
Yeah, this one. What is that? Is that his nail?
See the sharp edge right there?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Either way, it doesn't look like it feels good.
That's lefty Scott Alexander coming into the game for the Dodgers, and this might take a while. Choose a winning team for your vehicle. Jiffy Lube for value and convenience. JiffyLubeDC.com. After 2 pitches, the Dodgers with a pitching change. Alexander will get all the time he needs. We'll take a break and bring you right back. Federal Credit Union, proudly serving the armed forces, veterans, and their families for over 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA and by DynCorp International. We serve today for a better tomorrow. It was created in 1949, and Armed Forces Day honors Americans serving in the 5 U.S. military branches: the Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, and Coast Guard. We would like to thank all past and current members of the U.S. Armed Forces for their work and dedication in protecting our country. Salute to all of you on this night. So Rick Honeycutt alongside his manager there, watching the sinker ball guy, Scott Alexander, who over the last couple of years, and most of that with the Royals, has been one of the top ground ball inducing pitchers in baseball.
This is second NL West team that had a lefty leave early in the game. Remember the Diamondbacks with Robbie Ray had that happen, and now here with the Dodgers, Rich Hill gone. But you're going to get a fastball if you're facing Scott Alexander. He throws it 88% of the time, 90 to 94 miles an hour. Slider change sprinkled in 7 and 5%. So Trey Turner's going to get a heater.
All right, Howie Kendrick, we're told, has an Achilles injury. Not a lot of detail, but here's how it happened on a sac fly this afternoon.
Yeah, we thought it was Achilles right away, just by that last little awkward step before he got there, and then the throw in, he tried to put weight on it. I've talked to people that have hurt their Achilles before, and they said it's not crazy painful. You just feel kind of a pop, and then it rolls up on you, and let's hope that it's not real bad. Sometimes they have to go in there and pin that thing back down.
Now it's 1-2. And by the way, only one Nat. He's on the DL. Adam Eaton has ever faced Scott Alexander before. He did warm up this afternoon, never came into the game. So it's Turner, 1 ball, 2 strikes, and he will strike out.
The Dodgers defense behind Scott Alexander, Peterson, Bellinger, Puig the outfield, Taylor Utley up the middle, Muncy, Grandal at the corners, and Austin Barnes doing the catching.
Swing and a miss as Wilmer Depot tried to go first pitch, driving it somewhere.
Wonder how this has affected Max.
Been a while. Wilmer 2 for 3 this afternoon. Scored the Nats' only run in the 3rd, driven in by Bryce Harper. Oh, 1-1 now.
I mean, this is tough as a hitter, too. Obviously, Alexander had no idea. Maybe he had a little heads up that he'd be coming in this game based on what happened in the warm-ups. But as a hitter between games, maybe you're watching video on Rich Hill. You're kind of visualizing your at-bats against him in the past, and all of a sudden you don't even face him.
Yeah, 2/3 of the lineup had faced Rich Hill before, and nobody facing this guy. Alexander comes out and strikes out the first 2. Bryce 6 hits his last 6 games. He drove in his 31st run with a base hit up the middle this afternoon. Shift on despite the lefty-lefty matchup. Bryce pulls it foul. Picked by Tim Bogart.
Last night, Carp, I was after the rain out. They had Masson Classics on in the establishment I was at, and it was a Cardinals game, I believe, from 2015. And I saw Bryce Harper hitting, and his stance was different. He had his bat on his shoulder, same kind of open stance, but there wasn't a lot of movement. It's all he did was take his bat and just kind of pick it up off his shoulder and a small leg kick. So there was a lot less going on before the pitch. And remember, that was the year he won MVP.
He was fantastic in 15. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball away. So all 6 outs in this game have had no contact. Max 3 Ks, and so for Alexander.
Kind of misplayed that ball in left field. Check this out. 3-time Cy Young Award winner with a young player. And I think they're talking about positioning because Andrew had to come a long way. He was way in left center field. And maybe Max is telling him, hey, I'm going to pitch Peterson away. There might be some more balls down that corner. And I would prefer if maybe you played a little more toward the line. Something along those lines. But it was all very positive.
And I think a starting pitcher is entitled to his own analytics anytime he's out there where, you know, guys will be where he wants them to be.
Well, especially with a resume like the guy on the mound now.
Exactly.
If he told me to play shortstop when I was playing left, I'd be like, yes, sir, I'll go stand at shortstop, whatever you say. Oh, rain. We haven't seen this in a while.
Rain coming down and coming down hard out of nowhere after a dry afternoon in a ball game that took 3 hours to play from 2:05 to 5:05. Out come the Ponchos.
Uh-oh.
The hitter is Chase Utley, hitting .245. Pulls it. Fair ball. Reynolds to Max. Mark never panicked. Little backhand toss to finish it off.
Yeah, Mark did not panic. Ooh, did you see that weird hop at the end? The ball was spinning, it kicked toward the line, and that's where the adjustment was made. Reynolds did a nice job of staying with that. Show that last hop again. The ball had some top spin on her, side spin, shot toward the line. Good feed, 2 hands, ball right in the tip of Max's glove. That was a weird hop.
Next up, Yasiel Puig. And that one stayed up and in. Puig 4 for 12 career against Scherzer. Now that is a nasty slide piece right there. Two and 1. Bolts the fastball in there at 95.
Just a little shower passing by, just popped up.
Okay.
Shouldn't be anything extended. And you know, we need some rain around here. This drought has been killing everyone.
Two with one out to Yasiel Puig, hitting .212.
You could go to a jungle in South America and not find as much rain as occurred here in the last week. This is ridiculous.
And a 2-2. Funny late swing by Puig to stay alive. And by the way, if you're wondering,
oh, that's a towel doodle.
no brother.
Very, very rare breed.
Scott Alexander got credit for all 3 strikeouts in that first inning.
Just, I mean, common mistake is people throw them in the dryer. Do not do that.
2-2. Here's the AB.
He's swinging.
8 pitches.
He's swinging. You have to throw it near. Synchronized ponchos.
Mac trying everything. That was a changeup. Puig going level off and foul pitches away here. Don't always see that from him. In fact, seldom see that from him.
Cross ball up. See if they go there again. The only time Carp a guy will take it when he's in swing mode is if you throw it at him and it just goes, and it freezes him. But anything up, anything out, Puig has shown he can't stop swinging at this point. Unless it's just a clear ball right out of Max's hand.
That's going to ring him up. Kerwin Danley punches out Puig, and he can't believe it. He kind of hopped out of the batter's box thinking it was 3-2, and instead it's 2-3. Number 4 for Max Scherzer.
Dave Roberts not happy. Yasiel Puig not happy.
Wow.
And Pedro Severino pulls this up and gets the call. The low strike 3 has been all the rage here today in game 1 and now game 2.
Mike Estabrook ringing up numerous hitters who were angry, and now Kerwin Danley takes one, and there's a strike to the catcher Austin Barnes. Going to be some really mad Dodgers when that replay is relayed to them or seen by them. Barnes at 209, 0 for 1 against Max, and he fouls it back 0-2.
You know, it could have surprised Danley that Puig didn't swing. Might have locked up the home plate umpire. He was anticipating another swing.
Interesting thought.
And then he's like, oh, I got to make a call. It's Max Scherzer, strike 3.
You always tell when the rain stops, folks are back on their phones. Front door and the breaking ball fouled back.
You got to flip a coin in your head real quick. The guy with 3 Cy Youngs winning every time. Serious.
Right down the middle. There is no doubt about that one. 6 outs, 5 on strikeouts by Max. Rendon, Reynolds, Taylor ahead. Dodgers have the early lead. Lots of Ks.
At the yard. My mom is happy. My tongue is out. And I'm just a good boy.
They just did kiss cam. That's the smooch there.
That was the best shot ever. The May home schedule concludes with a 3-game series against the Padres May 21st through the 23rd. 4:05 start on Wednesday, so mark that down. 4:05 on Wednesday. Skip out of work early, miss traffic. Come over here around 3 o'clock and you'll see a great ball game. AnchorNationals.com for tickets. Padres coming to town. Stay. This just makes me want to go out and get a golden retriever right now.
So the rain has eased off considerably in a very quick time here. Rendon, Reynolds, and Taylor. 9 pitches by Scott Alexander.
Seems to me with all the fastball Alexander's featuring, just look for it up. If it starts around your knees, it's going to be a ball. If it starts around your belt, that's the one you want to get off a good swing on. See how it kind of has that late sink.
You may be wondering, how did he get three strikeouts on 9 pitches, 7 strikes? Well, the first 2 strikes were thrown by Rich Hill. Now it's raining again. Rendon takes one up and away, ball 3.
Might be the best one you get right here.
Big drops. Rendon walks. The crew chief is the home plate umpire, Kerwin Danley. Once the lineup cards are exchanged, it's up to the crew chief when play is stopped.
It's tricky because it's stopping now. It's just on and off. They're popping up right over the ballpark.
Grounds crew ready. Mark Reynolds 3 for 7 in 3 games. Those 2 homers in Phoenix on Sunday night in his Nats debut. The 3 RBIs attached to it. Made a pinch hitting appearance this afternoon. Struck out in the 8th inning. Ball 5 from Scott Alexander after he threw pretty much all strikes in that first inning. Up the middle. On a hop. That's where Utley was playing, and it turns into a pretty simple 4-3 double play for him.
Let's see where he's starting. Well, they hit the mound. Sunday hop on Saturday night. For a lot of reasons. That ball stayed dry. It hit dirt right to Chase Utley. Didn't have to field it through the grass and throw a wet ball.
Here's Taylor. And Michael A takes ball 1.
Reminds me of what Ryan Zimmerman said to me recently about, remember the good old days when you hit a ball hard up the middle and it was a base hit? Doesn't happen anymore. Somebody's standing there.
Yeah. You might be noticing the music in the background from Matt on the organ. 60s night here. And on the changeup, it's fouled, and it's 1-2. Poncho's on, Poncho's off, Poncho's on. One of those kind of nights. Two with Severino on deck.
Alexander keeps looking down at the mound like he doesn't like his footing. Clay under there. Diamond dry on top of clay. Can cake up on your cleats.
3-2. Swing and a miss. 60s night at the ballpark. A lot of strikeouts.
real. Yasmani Grandala's slider. Fastball away to Cody Bellinger. Fastball up right there to Chris Taylor. Puig with a fastball that was clearly not low. And then Austin Barnes takes one right down the middle. So Washington area Toyota dealers help children and their families by making a $44 donation to the Children's Inn at NIH for every strikeout by a Nats pitcher this year. You think about it, a weird double by Jock Peterson and a really nice piece of hitting by Mac Muncy. But he dialed it in after that.
Yeah. So Mac sitting at 96 strikeouts. Garrett Cole of Houston, 93.
31 strikeouts in his last 15 innings.
Scott Alexander. Oh for 1 this year, 0 for 4 career as a hitter.
Might need a tongue depressor out there. It seems like his cleats are getting caked up now.
That strikeout number 6.
All right, as you enjoy a Miller Lite, look forward to the Hold True moment later in the ball game. I don't think we've seen it yet.
Right-hander Pedro Baez.
Don't forget, Max is up second in the 3rd inning. Hitting 292.
Yeah, and a guy with a hitting streak in front of him. Maybe the battery gets it going offensively. Peterson, a Freaky Friday double on a Saturday, first time up. And his bat did come around, says Jansen Visconti, the rookie umpire at third base. Nissan, pitch cast.
It's like a cutter.
Catcher and umpire in sync on the appeal. 1-1.
Before you foul off a 2-1 fastball off of Max, what are you thinking when you get back in the box? Uh-oh. That one was supposed to be somewhere. Now I got a battle.
Crowd picking up on it. Every time there's a 2-strike count now. Fastball turns him around and moves him out of there. Well, that was near the outside edge. Peterson pretty stylish on the take right there, and he's down to first base with 1 out. Jock Peterson's been on base 4 times. A look ahead to the Nats' upcoming schedule, brought to you by Sandy Spring Bank, where they help people and businesses reach their goals every day. Sandy Spring Bank, from here for 150 years. So tomorrow with the Dodgers, 3 with the Padres, and then back on the road. One and one.
Peterson 1 stolen base on the air. See if he decides to roll on a wet track.
Did he go? Visconti says no. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Working him in. That was close too. Hasn't had the changeup dialed yet. Once he gets, as he calls it, the mid-range jumper and then gets a feel for that. Shaking off the water from his hat.
Yeah, rain, really muggy tonight. Humidity in the 90s. And a 3-1 pitch. Severino set up right down the middle. And the hitter thought it was right down the middle until it made a left turn.
Betting on a heater, got the slider.
Muncy RBI hit, first time up, going the other way. Fastball inside, 2 consecutive walks. Very rare for Scherzer. Only his 14th and 15 walks of the year in 61 innings.
You can tell his hat's bothering him. Soaking wet, water's dripping off it. He wants to go to his hat because it's habit, but if he touches it, his hands are soaking wet and he loses grip on the ball. You have so many habits as a player. You see him trying to shake the water off. He can't go to it with his bare hand. I mean, he can get a new one between innings, but they're not going to run him out one right now.
Here's Yasmani Grandal, first strikeout victim 2 innings ago. And he gets a first pitch curve. Over toward the left side a bit, and Severino watches it go over the screen.
And FYI, there's no way you'll ever hear about that. There's no way. Hey, remember those 2 walks in the 3rd? My hat was wet. He's not going to tell anybody that. But you can tell. You can see it. Wants to touch it, just kind of did. Did it with his forearm. See if he touches it. Still fidgeting with the mound where he's landing.
One nothing Dodgers, top of the 3rd, 2 aboard, 1 out. Grandal, 5 double play grounders this year. And this one in the air, playable left side. Rendon, Max was over there to catch it had Anthony not called him off. 2 down.
Well, this is tomorrow. The Nats and Harris Teeter are teaming up for Kids Superhero Cape giveaway. Dodgers 135. First 10,000 kids ages 12 and under, you receive a superhero cape. You can fly around the bases after the game too. Visit nationals.com.
Cody Bellinger, strikeout victim number 2 in the 1st inning. And Max got him on the changeup. Who's going to catch it? Left side, Turner the angle, and Trey has it. Pitching around the walks with the help of his battery mate, Pedro Severino. 8-game streak. Severino, Scherzer, Stevenson coming up. Thank you, Andrew. We second that. We go to the bottom of the third. 7-8-9 for the Nats, the catcher, the pitcher, and the left fielder you just heard from. No better time to act than today. PNC, make today the day. So Eric Fetty, he's a guy that we're keeping our eye on constantly. Friday against the Iron Pigs of Lehigh Valley, a no decision, but he pitched 2 outs into the 7th inning. So 8 starts, 1-1 ERA. He wants to get that down a little bit as well as that opponent's batting average. Highly rated prospect in the Nats system. Now we go bottom third in a 1-0 game. This is Pedro Baez for the Dodgers. He'll take over now. 30-year-old right-hander from the Dominican Republic. It'll be his 20th appearance, 24 hits, and 9 earned runs in 19 2/3. He's walked 11 batters.
Fastball slider change, fastball 96. Very deliberate worker, if you remember Pedro from the series in Dodger Stadium.
Man, they pulled Alexander. He had a no-hitter going. 26 pitches, 11 strikes after taking over. 3 pitches into the game was his first one, and now Baez gets it going for Dave Roberts against Severino. A right-hander that a lot of Nats have faced. We'll keep you up to date on the matchups as we go along. Pretty good take, 1-1. So Pedro's at 274 with his 9 hits, almost half of them for extra bases during the streak. We think it's going out of play, and it does.
Pedro's got to go back to the on-deck circle, get a towel because he threw the bat in the grass. Put some more pine tar on there. Or not.
So Severino against Baez for the first time. And a pop fly out into right center. Over to cover it. Plenty of time for Yasiel Puig. First out, and Max is next. When you're talking cars, you're talking Coons. No coincidence, that guy's on the screen. We're talking league leaders. So guys who can handle the bat. Max has more hits than all of those guys since the start of the 2016 season, and that of course 1 year after Max returned to the National League with the Nats.
Some clutch ones in there too.
So Max's first year with the Nats, he had 15 hits in 15, 13 the next year, 10 last year, and 7 already this season. And the 0-1, good take, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. One right off the end of the barrel. By the way, the Phillies got 2 in the 8th today and 1 at St. Louis. They tied the Braves for first. Atlanta got 3 in the 5th tonight, and they lead the Marlins 5-1, 7th inning. So the Nats right now 2 back of the division leaders. If he doesn't swing, it's not a strike these days. And the Mets playing the D-backs tonight. They're behind 4-2 at home. 2-2 pitch to Max Scherzer.
I love that the division's bunched up. I think it's good for everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, you got good competition. You play them 19 times a year. It makes you a better ball club. Yeah, is it comfortable at times? No. But how did running away with it ever work? Now you got to fight a little bit. We've talked about this before. It's not the worst thing in the world.
The Nats have played 15 games against the East. This is the 22nd tonight against the National League West. Quirky schedule. It'll all even out soon. And Scherzer battling here. 2-2 pitch. And that hits him. Up and in. Couldn't get out of the way. And down to first he goes.
Anything but the right hand and we're good. Not that that felt great. He's tough. He's not going to let him show that it hurt at all. That's the first time he's ever been hit. So left forearm, that's going to definitely leave a mark. That was a direct hit. And just because it was off speed doesn't mean it didn't hurt.
Yeah.
And now you got to be heads up for the stolen base.
Better be quick. Pedro Baez and Austin Barnes.
Add wearing pitches and getting on base to Max Scherzer's resume. I love it. Not that the Nats want to make a habit of that, or Max.
No.
But it just goes to show you, man, this guy finds a way to beat you. He does. Whether he's hitting or he's on the mound. I don't think he wanted to get hit, but leave him mark.
So the Nats have had 2 base runners run down, walked leading off the second. Double play ball after that. Now the hit by pitch with 1 out in the third. Achieving more, brought to you by AT&T. And as a starter, Andrew, that big game in San Francisco and hitting .323. Ironically at AT&T Park. 2-0. And a high strike. Overall, Andrew hitting .268. Going to get a hold of one sometime soon and get that first big league home run.
See, that's you kind of making a call. I like it. Sneaky little way of making a call.
2-1. And he bunts right after I said that. Out at first. Now, if they give him a sacrifice for the second out on that, they are really giving out sacrifice bunts. Obviously, Andrew trying to get a base hit there. So Scherzer in scoring position.
I mean, if he gets a little more line, it's a base hit, but it's so hard to get to a 2-1 count at the major league level. You rarely see guys square out and bunt when they're ahead in the count, but he had a good idea. Just need a little more line.
He knows it. Top of the order, Trey Turner. 1 for 3 career against Pedro Baez. Trey called out on strikes. First batter, the lefty, Scott Alexander, faced. It was an 0-2 count when Rich Hill had to leave the game. One. Ball 2.
Hey, Baez wanted that. That was definitely a strike in game 1, and Kerwin Danley wasn't biting on Austin Barnes pulling that up. He did on a Max Scherzer fastball. To Yasiel Puig. You know Max wants to score right now, doesn't he? He's not stopping at third.
Two, 1 count. Hot time summer in the city. In between pitches here, and it kind of feels like that. Max sweating up a storm on a warm, muggy night. And a 2-2 pitch.
It's like Baez is having trouble with the grip too, just rubbing the dirt on the mound, trying to keep his hands dry, cleaning out his cleats, wiping his face, shaving between pitches.
Nats looking for that first base hit.
That was close.
Look at the reaction by Baez, who has watched from the bullpen that pitch be called a strike all day.
Dave Roberts is going nuts on the top step. Trey Turner, it's low.
Three and two.
But he also saw his right fielder get punched out on one lower, so that's why he's probably a little bit ticked off.
Yeah, and I would think if Trey Turner is smart here, if it's close, you got to be hacking. It's close, and it's down the middle, and he can't get to the 97. So the Nats not having a big offensive day at all. 1 run in 12 innings in this double dip.
Sometimes you hear him talk about withholding a pitch their first time that they see that order, with the plan to mix that pitch in later on in the game, the second, third time through, to give hitters a look that they haven't seen. Well, talking with Max Scherzer about this recently, he said he doesn't really approach things that way. It's more for him about changing his sequencing. He says if he shows a guy a first pitch fastball his first time around, then goes first pitch off speed next time, then he says he can really pitch the third time he faces that hitter. The guy really doesn't know what's coming. That's obviously simplifying things quite a bit, but that's how he thinks about this topic. He said there might be times that he'll hold off on showing all of his pitches early, but only when he feels he can really afford to, maybe with 2 outs and no one on. He'll hold off on showing everything in those spots if he can, but typically guys working through an order multiple times, Max says it's all about sequencing and the order in which he shows his pitches to those hitters.
Well, 60 pitches, Dan, 42 strikes, first 3 innings tonight. Couple of walks, but 6 strikeouts.
I mean, it makes sense, but when you have 4 or 5 pitches that are above average, sometimes it doesn't matter with him. When he's locked in, you could mix it up however you want it, keep him off balance. He's always trying to reinvent himself. When he's got the good heater, 95, 96 with command out of the gate, he'll try to get through a lineup with fastball change, save the slider for second time. But when he's got all 4 working, it really doesn't matter. You're at his mercy just because of all of his pitches are so good. We were talking to Jim Cott yesterday, and he was saying he used to try to get through the order with just his fastball first time through.
Trey Turner, jump throw. He got a speedy runner, his shortstop counterpart, Chris Taylor. Hey, by the way, we want to remind you that if you'd like a chance to play a fantastic golf course on Monday, the Columbia Lighthouse for the Blind, the Lerner family very much involved in that wonderful charity here. They're going to have a charity tournament on Monday up at beautiful Woodmont Country Club in Rockville. Mark Lerner's home course, Ted Lerner's home course. So go to clb.org. clb.org if you'd like to check into playing in a fantastic event coming up Monday afternoon. Here's Chase Utley with 1 out, 4th inning. Fastball is in there. He pulled one to Mark Reynolds first time up. Nasty on the hook. 0-2.
Really his 4th best pitch when you talk about Max's curveball, but right there, that had sharp late break. That was a beauty. Chase Utley right over the top.
Nissan showing a beauty. Shift on for Utley, who swings and misses back to the screen. And Severino tried to throw him out, and Chase Utley got out of the box in a hurry. So a strikeout. And we'll see it. They rule it wild pitch or pass ball.
Yeah, nasty slider from Max after the curveball. You see Pedro maybe flinching with the swing. Caught a mid-blink. He didn't see it into his glove.
Somebody hit the wrong button. That cannot be scored as a single. Yasiel Puig struck out looking first time.
I think it's Max that can be.
Strikeout and pass ball.
I think Puig has taken any pitches after last time. I mean, he's aggressive normally.
Well, that's above the knees. He thought it was inside.
He's not long for this game. I'm just calling it right now. He's having issues with Kerwin Danley's zone, and they're going to talk it over. This is a big-time show-up, by the way. Umpires don't love this.
11 pitches that first at bat after he fouled off a bunch. No balls, 2 strikes, as you can clearly see.
Well, he swung at the first one, and the second one looked like it was in, and he better be swinging here.
Long hold by Max, even though Utley has a short lead. And Puig able to get a piece of it. And by the way, that was a blister on the throwing hand for Rich Hill that took him out of this game after 2 pitches. So Dr. Santangelo, with injuries and the weather, 3 for 3 today.
Every once in a while I get lucky. Hope Rich Hill's all right. That's one that's tough to heal.
That can linger.
And it looked nasty too.
Change up, see ya. Puig doesn't say a word, hangs around for a while, and strikeout number 8 by Max Scherzer. And they may have to wait for Barnes to step in before Puig gets to the dugout.
It's right where number 2 is. Right on top. Tell you, when you show an umpire up, you're not getting the benefit of the doubt. It's been that way for a long time. Borderline pitchers are going the pitcher's way every single time. And we've talked about how you handle things. I thought early in Bryce's career when he was 19 and 20, he made life hard on himself. Jason Worth kind of told him, hey, just look down. Just look right at the dirt and say what you want to say, but don't turn around and look back, because once you do, you just made your strike zone a lot bigger.
Barnes caught looking first time. Up the middle, well placed. Chase Utley stopping at second, well charged by Michael A. Taylor. Dodgers 2 on 2 out. That's their 3rd hit. So is it Baez?
It is.
They just pitched an inning, so we'll check on his hitting stats here. As a big league hitter, 0 for 3. One of those at bats this year. And he got a piece of the first one.
Max's hat go for a tumble in the dryer between innings? I bet it did.
Front door on the slider. No balls, 2 strikes.
It's dry. It's either a different hat or it was in the dryer.
Got a piece of it. Wow. Rendon had to wait for Defoe to get to the bag, and that was close at second. So it's 1-0 Dodgers. 4th inning of Nationals baseball brought to you by the all-wheel drive RAV4 Toyota. What drives you? Visit buyatoyota.com for great deals. And in your RAV4, you can get a lot of those inside. Yeah, kind of a Woodstockian look there.
Abe's out of his mind right here as he crosses the finish line.
As were most on that farm.
Doesn't remember a thing.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more in car insurance. Visit geico.com. See how much you could save. Abe takes the lead over Thomas Jefferson with his 8th win of the year. To the bottom of the 4th, Defoe, Harper, Rendon for the Nats, and we invite you to experience the power and toughness of Ram at your local dealer. Log on to ramtrucks.com to get to work. Guts, glory, Ram. Month of May, Wilmer hitting well over 330. Bryce Harper 5 and 12 power numbers. Anthony Rendon right behind Bryce. 7 RBIs on 5 extra base hits since his return. Time for some offense. The Nats have 1 run through 12 innings today and tonight on a grand total of 6 hits.
Maybe change seats or something. Change seats. Let's change seats.
Now Wilmer, 2 of those hits. First couple of times up in the first game, starting at 2:05 this afternoon. Baez back to work, 21 pitches, 12 strikes in his scoreless 3rd inning. And Baez on the off speed, missing away. I think Joan Baez took less time than this between songs at Woodstock. 2-0. So after going 2-0, a strike up in the zone, and Defoe didn't like it. It's been a testy day.
It is.
For hitters and umpires.
You know, I say just swing.
Mercedes-Benz on the pitch cast.
I mean, don't get out of your game plan, but if they're going to dictate, especially the 3rd strike, you got to be a little more aggressive with 2 strikes to a point.
Upstairs, ball 3. That'll back up Max Muncy, the 3rd baseman. And he walked him to lead off the 4th. Nats have their 3rd base runner.
All right, DC Lexus dealers donate $250 to the Children's National Health System for the first 200 home runs hit by the Nats this season. Lexus, experience amazing. I've always been a huge fan of Lexus. Jumped at the opportunity to partner with these guys. The vehicles are awesome, imaginative technology, and exhilarating performance. What's not to love? And the switching seats is working.
Hey, we'll take a base runner now. The Nats need a knock. Bryce Harper 0 for 3 career against Baez with 2 Ks and a base on balls. Vin Scully was doing this game, he'd say the Nats need 1 measly, lousy single hit to get this thing going. Bryce showing bunt with the left side of the infield vacated. And with the ball floating outside, the count's even 1-1.
Yeah, I don't know how you resist that temptation. I mean, he's got that whole side if he bunts it hard.
Half of Bryce's hits for extra bases this year. Most of them home runs. Target in. 1-2.
It's important when you do that just to stay there and push it hard. Don't even think about running to first, because if you place it past Baez down the third baseline, you'll walk into first base. I would think the hardest part is bunting a ball hard. You practice bunting a ball soft. Now all of a sudden there's no third baseman there and you got to put something behind it. A lot of times you do that, you foul it off.
Harper in the air left side. One loud sound to get the offense going here in the bottom of the fourth. Bryce drove in his 31st run with a single this afternoon. And that's well upstairs. 2-2.
We got it. Name that tune. You got it?
Reach Out by the Temptations.
Nice.
Or is that the Four Tops maybe?
Oh, we can play this between pitches.
Yeah, I think that's the Tops. Ooh, that throw right into the runner. Yasmani Grandal.
Wilmer just went human backstop.
Yeah, Four Tops.
You were doubting it. I just bought it. You sold it.
Yeah.
You sold it.
2-2. Harper high in the air to center for Cody Bellinger. Pretty good battle there, and the Nats still looking for that first base hit. Anthony Rendon, followed by Mark Reynolds here in the fourth. Rendon walked first time up and then out on the 4-3 Reynolds double play ball that, as FP noted, hit the side of the mound and gave a nice big hop to Chase Utley, who again plays shaded up the middle. Dave Roberts piecing this game together with his bullpen. 2 innings from Alexander, trying to get the same from Baez. With Yimi Garcia, their 26th man added for the doubleheader, warming up.
Boy, Anthony has the whole right side. Chase Utley playing him right up the middle. Grandal holding on Defoe. Hard to steer it, but if you get your hands inside one here, you got a base hit to right on the ground.
On the move is Defoe, and a ball popped up. He finds it to head back to the bag as Yasiel Puig catches that ball in foul ground. Next up, Reynolds. MLB At Bat, your #1 Nationals app. Customize your experience. Catch all the action. You get Nats home screen icons and features like the MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio, stats, and all kinds of news. Download MLB at Bat. Reynolds 4-3 ground ball up the middle, first time up. Mark 0 for 7 career against Baez.
All right, this is where if you're Mark Reynolds, you're going to try to get off your A swing on your A pitch. 1-0 count. 1-0 ball game. Guy throws 95. Gear up, catch one out front. That's what he's thinking. I like the old school black cleats and the high socks. I think it looks good.
Just below the target of the catcher. Chad Fairchild says no swing.
Good take. Driver's seat. Here we go.
And Defoe in standing, and Grandal tried to sweep the tag on his back.
The worst time for Wilmer to go. Wouldn't be.
Yeah, he's on the move as Reynolds hits it, and it goes right through Max Muncy. Defoe thought about third and made a great decision to go back. Chased down by Taylor eventually. And the Nats get another base runner, probably an error on that one, and Michael A. will have a chance.
Yeah, Wilmer got a great jump. Mark Reynolds in a hitting count. Ball kind of skips off the wet grass. Muncy sat on it. But give Chris Taylor a lot of credit for hustling over. Wilmer took a huge turnaround second. He was thinking third, but with 2 outs, not a gamble you want to get caught making, so he scrambles back to second. Now Michael A. trying to tie this thing up or more.
Taylor looking for his first career hit against Pedro Baez. Had a base hit last time up this afternoon, stole a bag. Great time for his 10th RBI or more. Got a fastball, and he rips it at Muncy, who goes right to the bag. So the Nats still frustrated against 3 pitchers. No hits tonight. 1-0 Dodgers.
So watch the water fly up there, kind of sat on it, hands got firm. Anytime your feet stop moving as a fielder, your glove gets stiff. He didn't really have a whole lot of time on this one to move anything. Michael A hit that 105 miles an hour. Fios by Verizon Exmo going to show you the nice play by Muncy. One-run game, that ball gets by him. It's a tie ball game. The 100% fiber optic network means more speed for more devices at once. Visit getfios.com.
Well, here's Jock Peterson, who's been on base 4 times in the doubleheader. Max missing with his 75th pitch of the night. Double in this game and a walk. Fastball up, 2-0. Changeup, inside edge. Well, the Braves, one going away from the Marlins 8-1 tonight, so they're back alone in first. Phillies a half game back. Nats 2.5 at the moment. Eric Burden and the Animals. We got to get out of this place.
Nice.
Between pitches.
About to ask you. I didn't want to put you on the spot.
Yeah, they went Leslie Gore between innings, and I could have done without that. It's my party, and I'll cry if I want to. 2-2 pitch, and instead a step off, and Severino, when hopping about 2 or 3 feet to his right.
It's a do-over.
Slide piece. Strikeout number 9. First out, 5th inning.
Little stockage. Gave a nod to Pedro. He liked the call. He executed the game plan.
So here's Max Muncy, who's had an adventurous night. RBI single in the first, a walk in the third. And evidently a little bit outside. Severino was set up and may have caught that ball right behind home plate. He was set up inside. 2-0.
Both pitches real close. First one better than the second one.
And the hitter didn't like that. 2-1.
See how Max is touching his hat now? It's part of your pre-pitch routine, part of your repertoire. Couldn't do it for that inning when he walked Peterson and Muncy.
3 pitches from Nissan there. That's in there. 2-2.
Going for the kill with the slider.
This one high in the air to right. Harper at the wall, and it hits right up above him for a home run. Max Muncy 2, Nationals nothing. 4th of the year for Muncy, who's in the big leagues because of injuries to significant Dodgers, and he's now hit 4 homers and driven in 14.
He wanted to bury it at his back knee and watch it just kind of hang on the inside half. Might have been a cutter at 89. Max wanted that under his hands. Probably got a little too much plate. Muncy looking in there, obviously, with 2 strikes, and does this. A helium home run. I thought Bryce Harper might have a chance, but it just got out of here. First row if.
Muncy. Couple of cups of coffee with the A's back in 15 and 16. Dodgers picked him up as a free agent a year ago, April. AAA most of, well, all of last year, and then 9 games this year before they called him up when Justin Turner was hurt. 0-2 with 1 out. And that was a swing by Grandal. Max Scherzer, strikeout number 10. How many times has he done it? 71. So this is his 10th start, and he has struck out double digits 7 of those times. Cody Bellinger strikeout and a pop up to short.
'89 pitches, 66 strikes.
On a fastball, hot shot. Reynolds to his left to Scherzer. Outstanding play. Sometimes first base is the hot corner. Mark's played on both sides of the infield. This was pretty good.
Yeah, not a problem. Watch the feed up to a knee, hits him perfectly. Beautiful play by Mark Reynolds.
Former Nat Craig Stammen, family involved in the military, made the USA tour as a national back in 2012. Several visits to Walter Reed, and for military kids defending the baseline, Craig Stammen a host of that. So T-Mobile, hats off to the former Nat with the Padres, doing good things for our servicemen, women, and their families. So another Dodger pitcher, the 4th of the night, will be 27-year-old Yimi Garcia, making his 5th appearance, and we invite you to choose a winning team for your vehicle. Jiffy Lube for value and convenience. JiffyLubeDC.com.
All right, you see the numbers, you see the average against by lefties. 27 years old, 6'1", 220. Fastball 94, slider and change to complement it.
Strike call, Severino. Scherzer on deck. Pedro, fly ball to right, back in the 3rd, right before Max was hit by a pitch. Unreachable breaking ball, 0-2. So Max 90 pitches, 67 strikes through 5. Similar pitch, and he was taking it.
Yeah, small sample size, obviously, but opponents hitting 333 against the Garcia fastball and 667 against his slider, 2 for 3.
One ball, 2 strikes, target up. Got him right on the front corner of the plate, it appeared. And Severino called out.
Slider. Pulled way back in the zone, got the call.
Here's Scherzer on a slider, hit on the left arm first time. He was all over the heater. And that's a breaking ball hit over to Chase Utley. Well, Dan, we could use some good news. What's happening lately with Adam Eaton?
Positive injury news to report, Bob. Just a little over a week after Adam Eaton had that arthroscopic procedure on his left ankle. He's up and walking around. He doesn't have a boot. He doesn't have crutches. And really walking without a limp. Had a huge smile on his face before the the first game of this doubleheader today. And that was also in part because his wife, Katie, gave birth to the couple's second child on Wednesday night, Maverick Hayes. 32 years to the day after the release of Top Gun, a Maverick came into the world. So congratulations to them.
Well, that's better than Goose. Thanks, Dan. Congratulations to the Eatons. And Stevenson chops one out to Chase Utley, and the bats are quiet today and tonight. The Nats have 4 innings with which to work, and they're down 2-0 to the Dodgers. So Max Muncy, 2 RBIs for the Dodgers, has been on 3 times. Having a whale of a game. Rich Hill left with a blister after 2 pitches. Max battling to keep this now a 2-0 game. Chris Taylor first up, 6th inning, strike 1. Kind of fitting that Max pitches on 60s night. He's a true throwback to some of the pitchers that were in the National League back in that decade. Fergie, Jenkins, Drysdale and Koufax with the Dodgers, Bob Gibson in St. Louis, Jim Bunning with the Phillies, Bob Veal with the Pirates. Just guys who were not satisfied unless they went the distance. Tough as nails. Some of them were really good hitters. And of course, over in the American League, Mr. Palmer.
Denny McLain.
31 game winner in 68. Yeah, there were some great pitchers in that decade, and they lowered the mound after that dominant 1968 season by so many pitchers around baseball. And the 0-2. Well, Max was ready to stalk for strikeout number 11, a little bit outside with the heater.
How many times have you ever seen Max chirp at an umpire? Doesn't do it. He just gets back on the mound and throws another pitch.
Yeah, he wants to throw the next one a little bit better.
He trusts his stuff. He knows he's still got a chance even if you miss a call.
Kind of like that, on the edge. He can take a stroll now. Strikeout number 11.
It looked like a fastball away. Came back a little bit. 94 miles an hour. Max Scherzer, the 4th highest spin rate on 4-seam fastballs in the major leagues. 2,520 RPMs. Verlander first, Garrett Richards second, Tyson Ross third, and Max fourth.
Chase Utley 0 for 2. Ground ball to Reynolds and a strikeout. Then there was a pass ball. And had a couple of fans on Twitter wondering, does the pitcher get credit for a strikeout on that? He certainly does. So Max Muncy, the big problem for Scherzer tonight, along with Peterson, who doubled before Muncy's RBI single in the first, and then Max hit that towering fly ball to make it 2-0 with 1 out last inning. Even if a pitcher strikes out a batter and it's ruled a wild pitch, he still gets credit for the K. That's a fastball on the edge, and this guy's doing some painting right now.
See, Chase Utley didn't like it, but he's kind of talking toward the dirt. At least he did right before that.
Still playing at a good level at the age of 39, Chase Utley. Scherzer tried to bring it around and take advantage of the previous call.
One guy looks down, doesn't look back at the umpire, gets the benefit of the borderline pitch, next pitch. That's how it goes.
Been in the big league since 03 when he broke in with the Phillies. Aren't too many guys still around that were playing when this franchise was still in Montreal. So 74 strikes of the 100 pitches. Tanner Roark went 117 today. And Max really jamming Utley, who hit it upper deck way foul. Game started 8:05. Here we are into the 10 o'clock hour. 4-1 Dodgers in 3 hours exactly this afternoon. 2-0 as we near the 2-hour mark in the nightcap. Steven Strasburg and lefty Alex Wood tomorrow, 1:30. Great slider. Strikeout number 12.
Fios by Verizon Expo, going to show you the storyline. Yasiel Puig, Kerwin Danley, Max Scherzer. That's the first one he struck out on. He couldn't believe it. You see the look of disbelief. And after he had a chat with Kerwin Danley a second time up, this was strike 3. Kind of passive aggressively went back to the dugout, didn't say a whole lot. The 100% fiber optic network means more speed. For more devices at once, visit getfiles.com. So what happens here? Bet he's swinging. Well, maybe not.
Fastball up, and Puig hits it well. Heading for the scoreboard, beyond the reach of Taylor. It'll one hop out there. Yasiel Puig pulls into second base. That's his 5th career hit and 15 at bats against Max Scherzer.
Yeah, 1-0-1 fastball, I believe. He let it get deep and just muscled it in the right center field gap. Did he think he'd get it? No, I don't think so. He was hustling right out of the gate after a little pause off the scoreboard. So a 2-out double for Yasiel Puig. He wasn't getting the 2 strikes again.
Yeah, 6th double of the year, and he only has 9 extra base hits. Austin Barnes, and a dangerous hitter, has stepped out on deck in the pitcher spot. More on that in a moment. Barnes a base hit up the middle last time. And Scherzer high in the zone gets ahead. Justin Turner hit 3rd this afternoon, was 1 for 3 with a run scored, was hit by a pitch first time up. Dodgers glad they got him back just before Corey Seager went down. 84 on the slider. Runner going. Throw to third, and there's nobody on the bag. Rendon held his spot, and Severino launched one down there, and that was an in-between hop for Anthony Rendon to handle.
Well, I think he did the right thing. Once he didn't cover, which he got froze, he's putting his hand up, don't throw it. Just stay right there. If you charge it, you get in between, then the ball goes into left field. Give yourself a little more time by staying back once you initially don't break for the bag.
Puig, 5th steal of the year. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the catcher, Austin Barnes. See ya. That's number 13 in 6 innings for Max. Dodgers strand their 6th base runner.
He just said, I'm good. I don't know if that meant I'm good, I'm done, or I'm good, I got another inning in me, but he looked at his manager and mouthed, I'm good.
Armed Forces Day brought to you by Navy Federal Credit Union, proudly serving the Armed Forces, veterans, and their families for over 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA. And by DynCorp International, we serve today for a better tomorrow. So tonight on Masson, we celebrate Armed Forces Day, thanking all past and current members of the United States Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Air Force, and Coast Guard for their work and dedication in protecting our country. Let's get our servicemen and women some runs here. Top of the order, bottom of the 6th. Another inning for Yimi Garcia. So the Nats still without a hit. Rendon walk in the 2nd, erased in a double play. Max hit by a pitch in the 3rd, stranded. Defoe a walk in the 4th, and Reynolds reaching on an error in the 4th, stranded.
If you could jump into this, you feel like it's right here in the 6th. Top of the order, 3rd time through.
Trey Turner, first time up, fly ball that's got carry off the very top of the scoreboard. Turner into 2nd. That baby kept going and going on a muggy night, in the air forever.
And there goes a no-hitter in the 6th inning. Trey Turner with what I thought was a routine fly ball to right center.
So did I.
Did a lot like Max Muncy's home run, kind of a helium ball. Just kept going. This is where the ball goes on a warm night at Nats Park. Those fans thinking they're getting a souvenir. It's a 2-1 game. Oh, I did not know it was that close initially. Right off the top of the wall.
That ball goes another inch or two. It hits the top and deflects into the bleachers. Here's Defoe, 0 for 1 with a walk. Looking to bunt. There's a high heater, it appeared, with some cutting action on it. Nats need to get the line moving here.
I mean, there was a bunch
together.
of, excuse me, Carp, sorry. There was a bunch of dents in that metal strip over the scoreboard, and that was at the very top of that strip.
Defoe pulls it hard. It'll move the runner, but a good reaction play by a catcher playing first base. Yeah, Yasmani Grandal here in the nightcap.
Good swing, right idea. Bad luck. Show you the near homer again. Watch where this hits and watch the dent it leaves. Wow. Right there at the top, left a dent. That close to being 2-1.
Couldn't be any closer. It's like Dave Roberts has a double switch in mind. Tony Cingrani, the lefty, ready. So he's about to employ his 4th reliever, his 5th pitcher overall, and this game's in the 6th inning. So Garcia gets him 4 outs. Big lefty-lefty matchup coming up. Cingrani and Harper.
Happy Armed Forces Day.
Well said, Sean. Thank you, sir. And we got some wheels turning here in the bottom of the 6th inning. But on the heels of that, we'll tell you about Women in the Military Day. That'll be Tuesday at Nationals Park. That's May 22nd, Tuesday. Kickoff Memorial Week at the Yard with a first-time Patriotic Series event presented by SAIC. A wonderful idea. As we honor our women in the military, visit nationals.com. Bryce Harper career is 2 for 10 against Tony Cingrani, making his 19th appearance right here.
And 2 pitches, fastball, slider. Fastball 93, slider 82.
A little wide for a ball. Logan Forsythe double switch will bat 9th, replacing Chase Utley.
Dodgers infield back, as you would imagine, up by 2.
Bryce 1 RBI in the doubleheader. Single to center. 3rd inning this afternoon. Whoa! That thing was 4 to 5 feet away from home plate on an off-speed pitch, and all Bryce could do was turn around and wear it.
Yeah, even though it was 81, even though it was a slider, if that gets you right in the back, in the spine, it hurts for a minute. Well, tough way to get the tie and run aboard, but just a slider from Cingrani that slipped. Right between the 3 and the 4, right below it.
Tying run, walking to first base. Rendon is next. Anthony 1 for 4 with an RBI against the lefty. Seldom do you see a big league pitcher miss home plate by that wide a margin.
Well, he tried to throw the greatest slider he's ever thrown to Bryce Harper and just overthrew it, slipped.
Rendon a walk and a fly ball. 0 for 4 this afternoon, and that's ball 1.
And Dave Martinez got to like this matchup, right?
Absolutely. Bellinger a little bit toward right center. They play Anthony straight away for the most part.
I remember Cingrani when he was with the Reds having a good move. Borderline balk move, but it's a good one.
One on a fly ball over the dugout. Little Led Zeppelin trying to jumpstart a rally here.
I'm in.
Hey, I'll take Neil Sedaka right now if it gets the Nats on the board. 1-1. Rendon. That ball's got no carry to it, and it's caught by Taylor for the second out.
Big second out for the Dodgers.
It's up to Mark Reynolds. 0 for 3 career, but 3 walks against Cingrani.
Not a 60s song.
Daniel Hudson. Well hit left field line. Can it stay fair? Yes, it can. 1 run in. Bryce Harper stopped at third by Bob Henley. That's a good call. They already had the ball on the relay. And finally, the Nats break through with Mark Reynolds' 4th RBI.
Clutch 2-out knock by the newest Nat. And I believe the bat died a big-time hero. Mark Reynolds watched it for a minute. Usually you watch the hitter to see if it's fair or foul, but he was kind of jogging down the line, had the bat in his hand. They said, oh, that's coming back. Something weird's going on down that corner tonight. The ball's coming back from foul to fair. He'll take it, the 2-out double. Bryce Harper thinking about scoring, and now Michael A. Taylor has a chance to be a big-time hero and qualify Max for his 8th win of the year.
Second hit of the night. Offensive chances for both ball clubs throughout the day and the evening. Few and far between. Dodgers have taken advantage of a few. Finally, the Nats have, and we'll see if Michael A. can put Washington on top with a hit into the outfield.
Mark Reynolds just broke his bat and short hopped the left field wall. That's how strong he is.
Now we got the umpires coming together for some reason. Looked like first base umpire Chad Fairchild was initiating a meeting. He's the one closest to you on that shot.
Did Mark Reynolds miss first? Did they appeal it?
Was he alerted to something by the Nats dugout being close to them? I don't know. Kerwin Danley's the crew chief, home plate umpire. Or was that something about a mound visit? We'll see.
Yes.
You still have 6 on the board for the Nats, and that's got to go down. Michael A. Taylor, 0 for 1 career against Tony Cingrani. Pardon me, a Dodgers visit. Ball 1.
Michael A. hit one of his hardest pieces of contact last time up. Remember, Max Muncy kind of robbed him, hit 105 miles an hour to the Dodgers third baseman.
Did he stop? He did, says Fairchild. 2-0.
Important for Mark Reynolds to get a big secondary lead here so that Bob Henley can score him on a base hit. They're giving him room.
And nobody anywhere near him. Now they're going to go ahead and walk Taylor and take on Severino to load the bases.
Well, there's a matchup that Dave Roberts wants, but I don't know how much history anybody in his bullpen has against Pedro Severino. He might just feel comfortable with whoever he's bringing in.
He's had the right-hander Daniel Hudson ready, so that appears to be the move. It will be. Nats down by a run, hoping to take the lead. game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals.
Is that a rally dance I just saw the young couple have? We'll see. Look who just popped into the on-deck circle.
Yeah, right-hander. Daniel Hudson, 31 years of age into the game. Matt Adams 0 for 2 career against him, but maybe Martinez with the bases loaded goes with the percentage move here.
At 2 pitches, fastball, slider, fastball 95, slider 87. Throws the slider 43% of the time. So here we go. Davey Martinez all in with one of his best left-handed hitters. Game on.
Harper hit by a pitch. He's at third. The big double by Reynolds at second drove in a run, and then Taylor walked intentionally after the at-bat had started. Ball 1.
It's almost 2-2.
Counts even.
We used to scream from the bench when a pitch hitter swung and missed. Now you're loose.
Ooh, big time loose after that.
Well, that was supposed to be a fastball up out of the zone. You saw Austin Barnes go through the sequence, and the last sign he gave was a 1 and a thumb. So they're either using second sign or last sign, because he wanted it up, and then he stood up, and it was right down the middle. He didn't want that fastball for a strike. He wanted it about letter high.
Bases loaded, 2 outs, 1-run game. Cutting inside, 2-2. Hudson this year 11 strikeouts, 8 walks in 12 innings.
It's a lot of walks.
Fastball up, ripped into right. Home is Harper. Here comes Reynolds. Safe, and the Nats are on top 3-2. Matt Adams delivering in the clutch.
I'm telling you, Mark Reynolds' secondary at second base was everything. Adams hit that hard. Yasiel Puig's got one of the best arms in baseball. Look at Reynolds. He got a great jump. Adams swung at ball 3, but he didn't care. He was up there to drive in some runs. And Reynolds with a great slide just gets his left hand in before the tag. I think the Dodgers held up play, but he was clearly safe. And once again, Matt Adams clutches up, folks. What a sign by the Nationals. And what a season Matt Adams has had so far. Unbelievable.
Believe it or not, that's only the 5th and 6th RBIs by pinch hitters this year. Max is still in the game, by the way. He now has the lead. He's thrown 108 pitches, and many thought he might be gone by this juncture, but he has battled, and his team has now put him on top. And he knows there's a runner over there at third base that he'd love to bring home. And he will, maybe. Yeah, it eludes the reach of Taylor, and the Nats lead 4-2. Should be his 8th hit of the year and his 4th RBI.
Such a competitor. I mean, you put runners out there, he's going to put the ball in play hard, right back up the middle. I thought Taylor might have it for a second. Max was hustling down the line. I think he'd been safe either way. But look at the react from Max Scherzer. Don't hurt your hand, Max.
The Nats without a hit all night long, and they have 4 runs on 4 hits here. Andrew Stevenson now with Adams at second, Scherzer at first. Strike 1. So Tony Cingrani responsible for 3 of the runs. Garcia the other run, the first one in this now 4-run 6th inning. Boy, Bellinger, the center fielder, really shallow.
We'll give Reynolds a lot of credit. Keeping the line moving with 2 outs. Trey Turner a lot of credit for getting the party started in the 6th with the first hit. And Matt Adams, how good is Matt Adams? Come on. This guy's been spectacular.
1-1 to Stevenson. And the ball pulled to the right side for Grandal to the pitcher. And the Nats finally have that big inning. 9 batters, 4 scored, couple stranded. And Matt Adams, the big blow to get the Nats on top. And then Scherzer added on to the 7th we go. Max still around, 4-2.
Scherzer for being maybe the early candidate for MVP of the National League. We'll show you some punch outs. He's got 13 and counting. And that's all in the 6th to strike out the side. And how about a 2-out knock? I talked to Max about winning an MVP someday, and I told him I'd mention it on the air. I know it's early, I know it's May, but he says he doesn't believe in pitchers for MVPs, but he keeps hitting, he keeps driving in runs, he's on the base pass. He got hit by a pitch tonight, he's been on base twice, and he struck out 13 Dodgers. He's all over the joint. If he's not the best player in the National League, I don't know who is.
He has a new battery mate now, Spencer Keyboom, after Davey Martinez pulled the right levers and hit Adams for Severino. And slide piece up in the zone for a strike. This is Logan Forsythe, 0 for 3 career against Scherzer, who came in on the double switch to play second base.
And you have to believe that 2-out knock gave him some energy. I know he's at 110 pitches. He's got a couple extra days rest. You saw the "I'm good" coming off the mound. We speculated what that meant. Am I done or am I still going? I think he's answering that question right here.
Trying to go 7 for the 2nd consecutive time and the 4th time this year. Long couple of innings. bolts the fastball. Wow, Max and Keyboom thought they had strike 3.
But did he argue? No, he just gets back up on the mound. Is he happy? No. But he never shows up an umpire. Ever. I just get back on the mound. Make another pitch.
Pretty good take.
Heck of a take.
So Scherzer at 113 pitches by 2, his highest of the season. 111 against the Phillies. May 6th here. Oh, he didn't want to walk the leadoff guy after his teammates got him 4 runs. 3rd walk of the night.
All right, I want to show you something, and this is under the category of the color analyst is getting carried away. I know it's early, but on the left is the year Justin Verlander won the MVP. That's after his first 9 starts. On the right is Max this year after his first 9 starts. This is not counting tonight. He's also hitting .308, by the way, and I think that matters, even though Justin Verlander was in the American League. The reason I think Max is in the conversation very early, of course, we're only a quarter way through, is that he's doing it on offense this year, too. He's a total baseball player that just happens to pitch. And that's changed my mind because I've never been a pitcher for MVP guy. And we'll keep talking about it throughout the season, but it's a pretty good start, and you can't argue with that.
Carry on, my wayward son. That's from the 70s, but close enough.
Close.
Peterson, a double, a walk, and a strikeout.
Also, a little tip of the cap to Dave Martinez there for that whole inning kind of falling into his lap, right?
Well, Trey Turner got it started by nearly leaving the yard.
Just the way he put Matt Adams up there. Dave Roberts with the switch. He left Cingrani in to face Rendon, then went to get the right-hander. He had Matt Adams in his back pocket. Big fella came through again.
Off speed, outside 1 and 2. Sammy Solis for Muncy. The on-deck hitters had a big night against Max. Single walk homer. Max needs Peterson to bang a ground ball right at somebody. Instead, a pop-up to the left side. Andrew Stevenson. First out, 7th inning.
What's Dave Martinez going to do? He's on the top step. Decision time. Does he stay with his 3-time Cy Young Award winner? They're talking it over. Muncy's done the damage tonight. Great theater right there. I mean, whatever happens here, he's trusting a guy that knows what to do. He knows Muncy got him last time on a cutter in. He knows Max is smart enough not to go back there.
Target away. Keyboom setting up on that edge. It's up, and it's a called strike. 0-2.
Away, away. Pitch number 121 coming.
(0-2) with 1 out. Ground ball right at somebody. Defoe, Turner, Max Scherzer is out of the inning. Leadoff walk, no problem. What a battle by this guy tonight.
Dave Martinez just told him you're done. He let him have Muncy one more time. He showed confidence in his right-hander, and it paid off. A little 4-6-3 gem to end the 7th. Max Scherzer, ladies and gentlemen, is on point tonight.
Again. Daniel Hudson still pitching. Trey Turner leading off again. That's a strike call. So 1 inning ago, we had no idea what might happen, and Trey got the double. Nats went on 3 more hits to score 4 runs.
What a night.
And to the right side, ball spinning its way back to Forsythe for the first out. Nats pass. Start enjoying unlimited Nationals baseball. It's available exclusively through the MLB Ballpark app. So attend Nats games whenever you want for $65 a month. Let's take June, for instance. Rays, Giants, Yankees, O's, and Phillies will be here. Check it out. Defoe and Harper, the next 2.
If I know Max like I think I know him, he wanted Max Muncy. You know, a single, a walk, a homer. And I think Dave Martinez knew that. I mean, that's the guy that did the damage tonight, right? You got your guy's tanks on empty. He's probably really reaching back. And you know, what would you rather do here? Go with your 3-time Cy Young Award winner who wants to seal the deal with the guy that's beat him tonight? And he did. Got the ground ball. They turned the double play. I love that Dave Martinez just showed that much confidence in him at that high a pitch level.
And Max has been visiting for a while with Pedro Severino, who handled him for 6 of his 7 innings tonight. Young catcher, probably learning something every time Max Scherzer throws a pitch toward him.
Yeah, but that's a conversation he's having with Pedro because he's out of the game. He wouldn't be talking to Pedro right now like that because Pedro would be thinking about who's coming up, what fingers he's got put down when he's coming up to the plate. But now that they're both out, they can kind of review the night. Kind of like a little post-game meeting, like, you like this, I did this, I like what you did here. It's good stuff.
Defoe lifting one to left for Jock Peterson. Our crew telling me that Max makes his 34 starts this year. He's on pace for over 350 strikeouts. I'd like him to have about 300 and be ready to roll in October. Strikeout total 268 last year, 284 the year before that. He hasn't been under 231 since 2011 with the Tigers, long before he got here. Harper 0 for 2. And his being hit by that pitch turned out to be a big play. Got the Nats 2 on 1 out. 2 really big hits in that inning. Reynolds the double, got the Nats on the board, and Adams the pinch hit. Then Max with the icing on the cake base hit. 1-1.
I mean, how would you like to see Verlander versus Scherzer in the All-Star game? Verlander 5-2 with a 1.05, 84 strikeouts on the year.
The only bad thing about that, it'd probably be a 1-inning matchup. I'd like to see those guys go for 5 to 7.
Still, it's going to be at Nats Park. Hopefully he's a starter for the National League. Dave Roberts is the manager for the National League, so Max put on a good show.
And
Not
of course,
he needed to.
Those 2 are former teammates. Look at that ball come twisting back. Acrobatic play. And that's Taylor. So this one to the 8th. Not much going on at the yard tonight, is there? Maryland University College. Well, some rain early in the evening. It has dried up, and it's been a really interesting game for the Nats, leading 4-2, 6 outs to get. And in the 8th inning, with Brandon Kintzler warming up, Sammy Solis will get the call against the switch hitter Grandal and then the lefty Bellinger.
I just feel bad that we made our cameraman sit on that dock by himself all night. That's really mean.
Sitting on the dock of the bay
by himself. By the end, it cost you too. Who knows what he saw?
Had to take the Masson yacht to higher ground this week. Sammy Solis and Grandal. That's a matchup 1 for 2 for the switch hitter, who turns around to the other side. There's Kintzler. So you would think he's for Chris Taylor.
Well, the bullpen's rested. Dave Martinez can go to whoever he wants.
Sammy needs to come out throwing strikes, and he's in the zone on his 3rd pitch. And this one lifted to left center. Andrew Stevenson tells Taylor he's there. At times, the ball really carrying in this heavy air tonight. Head down to Fitzner Stadium. Full week of baseball ahead. Friday night fireworks just past halfway to Halloween on May 25th. And on Saturday, the first 1,250 fans get the Trey Turner Road Runner bobblehead. Call them, log on. A lot of fun down at the Fitz. Way upstairs with a heater. Bellinger 1 for 2 career against Sammy Solis. Two and 0 to his 2nd straight hitter. And Bellinger all in, trying to make it a 1-run game. Three and 1.
You're up by 2, attack. I mean, he's not trying to throw balls. He's trying to harness that fastball in the zone. But up by 1, I get it. You got to be a little more fine. Up by 2, go right after these guys like that.
Goldfinger in between pitches. These teams have had some battles. Nats beat the Dodgers on a Friday night, then lost the next 2 out there. There was a 1-run game in that series. 4-1 today, 4-2 here tonight. And Bellinger lifting one deep to center. That thing is riding out of here off the back wall of the runway, and it's another 1-run game. Cody Bellinger with his 7th of the year.
.409 feet on a 3-2 fastball.
Dodgers aren't going quietly. Kintzler and Taylor. Now it's 4-3, 8th inning. 25 strikeouts, 3 walks as he's won his last 3 starts. So he's 5-3 with an ERA of under 3.3. And lefty Alex Wood, who's 0-4. But no decision against the Nats. April 22nd goes for the Dodgers. 1 o'clock. Nats extra tomorrow. So 4-4-0 Nats, 3-6-1 Dodgers after the Bellinger towering home run.
A 23rd appearance for Brandon Kintzler. You see the record, the ERA. Lefties hitting 297, righties 238, everybody 236 against the two-seam fastball slider combination.
So Chris Taylor, pitcher spot after that. Justin Turner. There's a lot of work to be done in this inning. Taylor 1 for 2 against Brandon, and he misses upstairs.
That was only the 2nd home run Sammy's given up to a lefty in 165 career at-bats versus lefties.
So 3 hitters in this inning. It's been 2-0 to all of them. And Taylor trying to tie it up.
Sometimes when you try to tie it up, you tie yourself up by swinging too hard. That might have happened right there.
Went with the heater and just missed. And Taylor trying to get to the gap in left center. Michael A. Taylor can't reach it. Chris Taylor can really run. He's digging for third, and he'll be there with 1 out. Tying run 90 feet away.
A big time gamble up by 1 run. With 1 out, with 2 outs, yeah, with 1 out, boy, you got to be sure. I mean, you can't fault the effort, though. The guy's playing super hard. He lays out, but if it gets by you, it's a triple, and now you got to pitch for the strikeout.
Infield in, Justin Turner, the pinch hitter. Turner against Kintzler career, 1 for 4 with an RBI. Eighth inning. They're going to walk him here and set up a double play with Yasiel Puig, who can fly next. But Turner, FP, even though he's only been back for 4 games, he's come back swinging pretty well. Interesting move.
Yeah, go ahead run, put on free, and now you're trying to get a ground ball from Puig. And you're hoping he hits it hard at somebody because you mentioned that he can fly.
He's hit 2 ground balls for double plays this year.
And that's what you're thinking. You know, Brandon Kintzler, not a strikeout guy. He's a pitch to contact,
right,
late inning reliever in high leverage situations. So even though Puig struck out twice tonight against Max Scherzer, Dave Martinez playing for the double play by putting the go-ahead run on. Puig has got a little wardrobe malfunction.
Puig 0 for 3 career. And shall I mention 3 ground ball outs against Brandon Kintzler. Target in. Over the mound. Defoe! Double play! Right at the bag!
No way.
Davey Martinez hitting the right buttons, pulling the right levers. You name it tonight. The skipper's doing it. And some good execution by his sinker ball.
He is managing tonight, folks. Wow. The go-ahead run on first with an intentional walk. You're hoping to get a ground ball, but like Bob noted, Puig can run. So what do you get? A broken bat right on the bag. Defoe had to field it and throw it. That's it. His foot was already on second base. Gio and everybody here at the ballpark approves, and Dave Martinez once again presses the right button tonight. How about that?
So this one to the bottom of the 8th. That's how I did it, Skipper. No big deal. I've been doing it a long time. Nats have turned 2 huge double plays tonight. And longtime Met, now Dodger, Eric Goodell, let go by Seattle after pitching in 5 games, and the Dodgers picked him up. And the Nats know this guy pretty well from his days in New York. He was a waiver pickup by the Dodgers yesterday from Seattle. Going to set a bunch of changes defensively for the Dodgers. Looks like Puig's been double switched out of the game. Anthony Rendon, a swing and a miss. So left field first is Max Muncy, who leaves third base to go there. That moves Jock Peterson to right. And in at third after pinch hitting, Justin Turner. Nats intentionally walked him, and boom, the double play just like that. On a ball up the middle, Forsythe, 1 out.
Tell you what, first game today, everyone knocking the rust off. Big layoff, not a huge crowd at Nats Park, as you'd imagine, you know. And in the second game, wow. Max Scherzer getting a base hit with 2 outs, striking out 13 Dodgers.
Doolittle, by the way, against the bottom of their order in the 9th. Nats would love to get an add-on run here, and that's a big breaking ball. Blowing away to Mark Reynolds, who got another big hit for the Nats. Last time up, his double, 2 outs, 2-1 in the 6th. Got Washington on the board, and they scored 3 more in that inning. There he is.
Doctor getting hot.
Well, he might have some serious life on that heater tonight.
Yeah, but how about Reynolds last time, Carp, the hit you're talking? He broke his bat, short hopped the wall and left.
Yeah. So Bryce still the only Nat who's broken his bat, hit a homer. Mark didn't miss by much. These guys are strong. They're so strong these days.
Oh, big time green light. As green as a light can be.
A little bit toward the outer edge, so didn't want to do it. He's aboard. 1 on 1 out, Michael A. Taylor, as we move into the 11 o'clock hour. 3 hours of baseball in the first one. We're 5 minutes away from a 3-hour contest here. So the Nats trying to set up a rubber game behind one of their aces, Steven Strasburg, tomorrow. Michael A. was intentionally walked to load the bases 2 innings ago, and then David Martinez brought in Matt Adams against the lefty Singran, or rather the right-hander. Hudson got the matchup he wanted. And the Nats rewrote this ball game from that point. Oh, 1.
But just talk about, you know, Dave Martinez and what he's done tonight, Carb. You have to have confidence to pull off the moves, to leave Max in to face another guy when he was at 120 pitches, the guy that's done damage all night, letting him feed off the adrenaline of having that challenge to get the guy that's got him, putting Matt Adams up there, holding him back in the right situation, and then walking the go-ahead run to set up a double play. So, you know, those are all good moves, but you have to have confidence in yourself to execute those moves. And he's starting to feel it a little bit, right? You know, you've won 13 out of 15 before the first game. You know, you're 11-2 in the month of May before the first game tonight. So he's starting to get confidence in himself as a new manager to be able to pull off those moves when maybe early on you're like, oh, should I? He's doing it now because he's feeling it. I like it. You know, managing and playing are similar, because if you have confidence as a manager, you're not afraid to make those moves.
Michael A. swings through one, an off-speed pitch, 2-2. And it all kind of started when he left Max in the game. I mean, Max Scherzer had 108 pitches after 6 innings, told his skipper he was good, and at the bottom of that inning, he stays in and drives in a run, which right now is the difference in the game. I think it's great when you have a different kind of animal on your staff. A guy that will not tolerate being pulled out of a game at the first sign of any kind of problem, and Max Scherzer is that kind of guy. Kind of goes against everything that's going on in the game right now, but for the Nats is a very good thing. Swing and a foul. Taylor stays alive. Two down. Well, he got his first hit as a big leaguer this afternoon. First time up, Spencer Kieboom. First pitch he saw, singled to left. So 1 for 3 in his big league starting debut. So Rick Honeycutt to the mound. Very good lefty in his time. Spencer was hitting .250 at Syracuse. Homer, 10 RBIs, 10 walks in 25 games. Let's have a look today.
Little knock to left. Major League Baseball authenticator guy puts a sticker on it, and you put it on your mantle the rest of your life. There it is. That boy missed it. Bench him.
Yeah, ball's got to be caught. Off speed. Front door for a strike. And this one skied to center. Bellinger has it, and here we go. Quite a ball game. The Nats are battling uphill all night long. Sean Doolittle now against those three tries to put it away.
Time we're going to go with our Ford drive of the game and give it to Matt Adams. 2-2 fastball he just gets on top of and drills into right field. And give Mark Reynolds a lot of credit with the big secondary lead, a big primary lead into the secondary. Got a great jump and just beat a perfect throw by Yasiel Puig. Watching that again, maybe I missed it the first time. That ball kind of hopped up in the air a little higher than he would have liked it, and that might have allowed Mark Reynolds to get in there. Hurry to your local Ford dealers for great savings on cars, trucks, and SUVs.
Sean Doolittle trying to nail it down for Max Scherzer. So 9 for 9, 66 career saves. Austin Barnes 0 for 2 against him with a couple of Ks. Sean's got that lively fastball that he uses up in the zone, and after a long layoff, we'll see how lively that thing is.
That throws it 90% of the time.
Pretty lively. One hit in one inning Sunday night as the Nats beat the D-backs 6-4 to sweep that series. Oh, 2.
That was high. This one will be higher.
Frank Howard would have taken that one as well. 1-2. Ball lashed to right and a base hit. Tying run aboard to lead off the top of the ninth. Logan Forsythe is next.
Calling out Spencer Keyboom right now. They're talking about something. Trying to figure what it is. Maybe how they want to approach Forsythe. Nice piece of hitting by Austin Barnes in the Dodgers dugout. They're saying game on.
Yeah, didn't try to do too much with that pitch. Forsythe came into the game on a double switch to play second base in the 6th. He walked in the 7th. Erased on the 4-6-3 double play ball thrown by Max Scherzer on his last pitch tonight. Forsythe 1 for 4. Yeah, Matt Kemp coming into play here. Left-handed Peterson on deck, and they got a big right-handed bat on deck. Ball 1. Uncertain swing, and the count's even. Foul tip on 95.
I think he's going ladder climbing here, right around the Los Angeles on the jersey. See, tried to do it to Barnes, just threw it a little bit too low.
Two. Pop fly, short center, trouble. Tying and lead runs on base. And now stepping up is the guy most dangerous in the league with runners in scoring position.
Well, Michael Taylor's got to play no doubles. He can't allow anything to be hit over his head and the tie and run to score. So playing pretty deep there as he should have been, and nothing you can do about that. But give the Dodgers hitters credit. They're putting the ball into play with 2 strikes off Sean Doolittle. We haven't seen that a lot this year.
You are right. Kemp against Doolittle career, 1 for 2 with an RBI. .452 with runners in scoring position starting today, and he was 0 for 1 in that category this afternoon. Another dangerous guy on deck, RBI guy. That one down the left field line, and the Dodgers have at least tied it. Heading for third is Forsythe. They're going to send him. Throw misses the cutoff man. Short hops Defoe, and LA leads 5-4. Nats appeared to have a play at home, but Stevenson's throw nowhere near Trey Turner. For Sean Doolittle, first blown save of the season.
Well, it appeared that Forsythe would have been out with a good throw. I mean, Stevenson misses Trey Turner, and then Wilmer Defoe kind of caught in no man's land. A little bit too far, gets the short hop. But watch the trail runner. You know, you still got to catch it and tag it at home plate, but based on where he was and where the throw is, this will show you. I mean, if Trey Turner gets that ball, Forsythe's out by 10 feet with a good throw, a good catch, and a good tag. So 3 things still had to go right there, but
so Matt Kemp continues his unbelievable hitting, well over 450 with runners in scoring position. And now it's Kike Hernandez for Max Muncy. Max Scherzer denied his 8th win. Hernandez faces Doolittle for the first time.
Now, Sean Doolittle hasn't pitched since Sunday in the ESPN game in Arizona.
One and two to Hernandez. So the Dodgers had 7 hits in 8 innings, 3 in a row here in the 9th. Swing and a miss, and that's the first out.
Yeah, damage done, but important to keep it 5-4 and give your ball club a chance to walk somebody off.
Yasmani Grandal is next. 1-for-1 career with a single against Doolittle. Counts even, 1-1.
Oh, the changeup there.
Nats will have the pitcher spot first up in the 9th. Bentley Jansen. Yeah, the Nats only have 2 extra men. Moises Sierra, Adrian Sanchez. Two and two.
And that climb the ladder fastball, he's just been flying open and his release point's trailing, and it's up and away to righties, where usually that ball's right over the heart of the plate and we see so many guys swing through it. Maybe Derek Lilliclose would tell you that when you haven't pitched in a week, you can be fresh, but maybe a little too fresh.
Three-two with 1 out. Another strikeout.
Well, good job of refocusing. Got Hernandez and now Grandal. Not easy when you give up a couple of runs. You're not used to it, but he got back in the zone, got big 2 outs, and now he's got a bigger one right here in Cody Bellinger.
Yeah, big play in the game. 1 out. Nats up by 2 last inning. Bellinger took Sammy Solis out of here. Straightaway center. Made it a 1-run game. So he goes lefty-lefty and faces Doolittle for the first time. This one straight up. Who takes charge? Defoe scrambling over the top of the pitcher's mound to make an over-the-top catch. Dodgers pick up 2, and here comes Jansen. Blown save. Kenley Jansen looked pretty good for the Dodgers here last night. A 1-2-3 ninth against Rendon, Adams, and Stevenson. Pardon me, this afternoon, when he threw 15 pitches and 10 strikes.
Yeah, fastball with tons of cut on it, 92. Slider, 82.
Matt Kemp, after his big hit, stays into play right. Kike Hernandez stays into play left. Adrian Sanchez just recalled by the Nats. Trying to make some contact, get on base, and put some pressure on Jansen and the Dodgers here.
Get that leadoff man on, see what happens.
One ball, one strike. Dodgers employing their 8th pitcher of the night after Rich Hill had to leave with a blister after 2 pitches against Trey Turner in the first inning. Ooh, inside edge. Not much you could do with that, and it's strike 2.
A little bit in. They want this one up and in.
You can just see that subtle little cut right at the end there. Sanchez able to get a piece of it.
That wasn't a 2-strike hack. You didn't think it'd tie it up. He had a healthy rip there on a 1-2 fastball. Want it up there again.
One ball, 2 strikes.
He went cutter up, then he went slider, then he went fastball away, shook them all, and they finally decided on a sinker in. See if he puts it down first sign.
Tried that first pitch and missed by a wide margin.
There it is.
They got Turner guarding the line over there at third. Ball up a little, and Sanchez able to foul it.
Pretty good fight going on here between these two.
Did he go? He did not, says Chad Fairchild. And the count even, 2-2.
Well, whatever happens, it's a spirited at-bat so far by Adrian. Not easy coming off the bench facing one of the game's best closers.
Fastball cutting away, and he gets the bat on it.
All right. Pitch number 9 coming.
He held again. Full count. Turner, then Defoe. Davey Martinez would love Bryce Harper to bat in this inning. And this one playable, right field. Forsythe out, Kemp in. First out. 10-pitch battle right there. So Stevenson and Turner. Andrew 0 for 2 against Jansen, including a ground ball to second, the final out of today's first game. Close. Ball 1.
You hear Dave Roberts saying, "Where is it?"
Yeah.
In the background. I think it was Dave Roberts.
Swing and a miss, 1-2.
A big rip here, 1-1 cutter. Watch the subtle movement late. started out over the plate, and then he had to pull his hands in and couldn't get there.
Tapper to the mound. 2 outs. It's up to Trey Turner. Johnny Holliday back with Ray on Nats Extra post game when this one's over. Trey Turner 0 for 1 against Kenley Jansen. Ballpark quiet. $32,378 paid for the nightcap. Was shaping up as quite an evening, but the Dodgers have scored 3 runs in the last 2 innings.
Well, this is huge right here. A 1-run game, the speed of Trey Turner. Kenley Jansen's allowed 7 stolen bases this year. That's tied for the most in the majors. So if you get on, you can run and make it.
Oh, and 2 now. That one bounces.
And that's a guy pitching 1 inning, Carp, so that just means the league and opponents are running wild on him when they get to first.
It's a lot of steals. Turner 1 for 4 tonight, 1 for 8 today and tonight. Back even 2-2. Game over. Dodgers have beaten the Nats 4 out of 5 times this year, and they'll be trying to sweep the Nationals in our ballpark tomorrow. Kenley Jansen 2 out of 2 in saves on this day. So for FP and Dan, Bob Carpenter, the final. Dodgers coming from behind, winning it 5-4. Sunday, coverage begins at 1 p.m. Steven Strasburg for the Nats. This has been a presentation of Masson. Stay tuned now. Johnny and Ray straight ahead with Nats Extra post game. Nats had 1 big inning tonight and couldn't hold on. Until tomorrow, so long for just a while.